what we can do to fix this problem in this country. Like I said, 2 weeks ago, I agreed to say, okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and fix something. I didn't know how it was going to work. I didn't know what was going to happen. But I said, yes, we can fix the problem in the U.S. And that's a big statement. How do you do that? All right. Big problem in the U.S. We're not talking about exactly social compacts here, okay? We're not talking about social compacts. We will later, okay? But we can do this first to get people to wake up that are in those offices right now. All right? It's going to take a unified effort of the people to get this done. All right? Here we go. This is some of Rob Ryder. I think Rob Ryder's been reporting on this. I don't know if he found this. I don't know who found it, okay? I know some military people are using it, and it's working. I know this other guy's used it. It's working. He shut a judge down. He's shutting court cases down and things like that. Okay? Now, well, this is just has to do with oath, but it doesn't have to do with whether they violated their oath or not. Just keep that in mind. It has nothing to do with that or argument, whether you're going to argue back and forth. You violated your oath. Okay? That's not what this is about. Okay, now this is the state oath. This is random. I just got this one. It's easiest to get. It was the oath of office for the state of Texas. It's very basic. It says, in the name and the authority of the state of Texas, that blank, I blank, do solemnly swear, affirm that I will faithfully execute the duties of the office of whatever, of the state of Texas, and will to the best of my ability preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution, laws of the United States, and of this state, so help me God. All right, I'm not taking this off this. I'm just reading it to you. This oath of office. Then they go certification of person authorized to do it. No problem. That might be a notary, or it might be, a judge or something like that, right? Okay. Now, when you ask for their oath of office, this is what they're going to say. See, I am a state officer. Great, no problem. All right, appreciate it. Where's the other oath? You go, what other oath? The other oath you're supposed to be taking. That's the only oath they give us. Okay, no problem. We'll do that. Now, that oath is right here. Okay, so there's a operating without administering the proper form of the mandated capacity of oath of office in Article 6 of the Constitution of the United States, and used arbitrarily against a citizen of the United States or against other person. They have other person. That's what we would be recognized as another person, as other person. We're recognized as non-citizen, non-resident aliens, but that's neither here nor there. Operating a non-qualified civilian government without this oath by admission and or malicious prosecution, whereby exercise authority not in capacity and fails to prove compliance, causing personal and advertising injury. Okay, so here's what they're supposed to be taking. They take the state oath, but they don't ever take the federal one. They have to take a federal one. It's like, no way. Yeah, yes way. Okay. So what they're supposed to be doing is every member of a state legislature and every executive or judicial officer of the state, that's pretty much everybody, right, shall, before he proceeds to execute the duties of his office, take an oath to the following in the following form, to wit, you have to have your full name there. You can't use, John J. Smith. It doesn't work that way. You have to have, John Smith, fully spelled out and everything. Do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States. That's it. That's the oath. If they don't have this oath, they're not office holders. That causes a serious liability. Just because they take the state oath does not mean they hold the office of that in that state. They have to take this one too. Before they execute the duties of his office. Because it says every member of a state legislature, didn't say the United States, and every executive and judicial officer of a state. That's not the United States. That's a state, okay? And what happens when they do this, it says, I, A, B, do solemnly swear I will support the Constitution of the United States. Remember, this is in 23 statute at large. The violation of the act, this is where this was approved on 1789. It's still in play. There's 4 U.S. Code 101, oath members, same thing. It says such oath may be administered by any person who, by the law of the state, is authorized to administer the oath of office, and the person is administering such oath and cause a record and certificate thereof to be made in the same manner as by the law of the state. He is directed to record and to record, and certify the oath of office. Okie dokie. Now we're going to go with this whole supreme law of the land thing, all right? And all we're trying to do, and what I'm saying is, and I recognize that as the supreme law of the land of the District of Columbia and Manhattan Island, but everybody else may see it differently. This Constitution and laws of the United States, which shall be made in the pursuance thereof, and all treaties made, or which shall be made under the authority of the United States, shall be the supreme law of the land, and the judges in every state shall be bound thereby. So the judges are not taking this oath either. So they're not judges. Booyah! They're not judges. None of them are. Every lawyer that says he's a judicial officer, no, you ain't. Not unless you take that oath. Any cop that says he's a cop, no, you're not. You ain't a police officer. Proceeds to execute his duties of his office. You're not. You have to do this oath along with the state oath. Hello, bom bom. Hello, got your ass. That's all I'm saying. We were right from the beginning. We're trying to tell you don't have any authority. There it is. It's right in black and white. All right. It's a failure to comply on demand. This causes a commercial and general liability and property insurance, other insurance models, including tort of alleged government or company and corporations as defendants that damage of these claims. Do you know how many children have been trafficked by people that don't have this oath, that are not officers of any court or of any agency or anything? The judge that they're going in front of is not even a judge. He can't call himself a judge unless he has this oath. You're either going to go by the rules or you're not. This has shut down some cases. Now we've got we've already been claiming, we've already been grabbing oaths of office from people in cases that we have back cases on, and we have a claims group on Telegram. So what we want you to do is I want you to go to the T-ROH show. That's T-ROH show.com. Go to the contact page. If you want to download Telegram, you can download Telegram. It's a software, and open up an account, and has a phone number and a name, all right, to open the account up. And when you do that, send it to the go to the contact page, give us the information, and we'll find you on Telegram by putting you in as a contact, and we'll add you to the group and claims group and show you how to do this. Okay. And the children that are taken aren't taken by judicial officers, folks. Nothing. Every time they put you in these private, that's why you have private, jails, detention centers, because they're not real judicial officers. None of them are. And when people said we don't recognize the federal authority, they're right. They were right the whole time. Okay, so what we do is we start with this. Get this to Alex Jones. Okay, get this to everybody else. We're going to help you do this. And then we're going to show you how to get a social compact once we get some people in there that can stop a lot of this crap going on. But they got to take this oath. If they don't take this oath, they don't have it. Okay, all this crap would have stopped if Trump would have taken this oath. I don't think he has it. I don't think he's taken it. Everything's been now we're not, everything's just been a show. Now we're not going to, now this will establish a form of a constitution. I don't know what it'll do for the political status of the United States yet. However, what we're looking to do is that when this happens, and then we get some, we can work with some real judicial officers. We can get some things cleaned up between the United States of America and the United States. We can actually make the United States a real country by putting in a social compact and those that want to be citizens of the United States. And then we'll start working on some some agreements and things like that that are going to be beneficial for everyone. Some people just don't want to be a part of the United States Constitution. Some people really can't live without it. So We want to accommodate everybody politically. We'll change the political status of the United States, or we'll actually give it a political status, and we can work together. Okay, so that's what we're looking to do, and we're teaching people. So one of the main claims we have, like in the Telegram, we're trying to get people in there that have had their children taken. So we're trying to get that done first, because that's one of the most serious ones. And then we'll get into traffic court, because once these guys take that oath, folks, traffic court's gone. It's illegal as hell. Okay, a lot of these courts will be dissolved because they're illegal, not supposed to be there. The whole monopoly over the judicial branch by the U.S. Supreme Court, monopolizing the judicial branch with the Bar Association, that's gone. All this is gone. So what we do is we get their oath. We show them, notice them with something like this. This is just a rough draft. We notice them of the violation, and that they have to have this oath. And if they don't take it, we go after their insurance. We're not going to start messing with them, trying to get them on criminal stuff, because the communists have taken over in those courtrooms, and they're criminals anyway. So, away you go. So we just hit them where the insurance companies won't insure them anymore. Now they're done. They got to get out. Okay, so further release sought. There's just, this is just a document that was put together. I had it. I needed to change a little bit up on it so that and organize a little bit better. But like I said, this is just a rough draft. We'll have this finished here in just a little bit. Like I said, we only started this claims thing, I think it was last Friday, or not Friday, Tuesday, I think. Wednesday, people were starting to ask for it, but they couldn't do that because it was Veterans Day, so it was Thursday, I think. People started asking for it and got requests and things like that. Okay, so there you go. This is the way we got to go to get this fixed, and we got to get these guys into actual judicial officers, so we can start speaking to them, and we can get all this worked out between the United States of America and the United States, and everybody gets what they want. We'll have two symbols, just like the buffalo and the eagle. We're the buffalo, you're the eagle. You get it? Didn't realize that was actually for us, right? There's a lot of work we've done. And we'll start calming a lot of this down, and we don't need this all this war going on. Okay? Now, when this happens, Biden's got zero chance of doing anything in there, in those offices, because it's actually the people that are coming forward and saying, here, we want to be a part of this thing. We're tired of being cut out and turned into resident aliens. We want our persons back on shore. We can get rid of the Internal Revenue Trust. And then we can start these social compacts, get these done when everybody decides what they want to agree on. And you can start bringing your constitutions and stuff like that back in the courtrooms. Okay? So that's great news, I thought. And it's been a pleasure.